And a man in Colorado has written a powerful confession in response to the school shooting in Florida. Quote, "I was almost a school shooter," he says. "I didn't carry out anything. I didn't hurt anyone. But in 1996, I almost did the worst possible thing." People say mental health is the issue, and that's true. A bigger issue was love. I had a severe lack of love, and I really think this kid did too. Some people blame this violence on the media or video games or music. We call those people morons. But there was one thing that would have made it all different. I didn't have access to an assault rifle. I was almost a school shooter. I am not a school shooter because I didn't have access to guns. Guns don't kill people, people kill people. But people with guns kill lots of people. That man is Aaron Stark, and he joins me now. Aaron, first of all, thank you very much for being here. And it's such a brave thing to put into words, to put down on paper. I condensed it a little bit so we could read it on the air. But you boil your point down to you didn't have access to guns. What do you think should happen? What do you think should happen when it comes to guns?
I think we really need to look hard at it. First, I would like to say thank you for having me on. I'm a huge fan. I've watched you forever. I think we really need to have a hard look at the effects that guns have. Do we really need to have assault weapons? Do we really need to have people being able to go buy an AR-15 when they're not able to even buy a pistol because they won't pass the background checks? But the thing about my post was it's more than just guns. It's a multifaceted issue, and if you focus on just the guns, then you'll ignore the rest. But if you try on just the mental health, then you'll have missed the gun part also.
So what do you want to focus on? What do you think is the holistic approach?
Love. I think the love is what we should focus on. Focus on communicating with the people who we think need it the most. One of the most disturbing things I keep on hearing everybody say during all this time is we need to watch for the people who might be dangerous, and we need to look out for them. What does that actually mean? Does that mean that we're going to lock people up before they do a crime just because we think they're going to? Or does that mean we're going to reach out to them and tell them that they're worth it when they think that they're not? And do we show our kids that they already have the whole world? They already have everything that they need. They just can enjoy it. We have this culture now where everybody is attacking everybody all the time. We have a political culture where both sides are constantly attacking. It's in all aspects of our culture, from our sports to our music to we like this show and I don't like that show. Every aspect of our culture, we have this kind of contest. The only thing that's really going to stop this is love.
Well,
we have to show every.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Let me ask you, if when you were that age and you were going through this and you felt ostracized and you felt bullied and you felt like an outsider and as you say in this post, you were hiding weapons all over. If somebody in your class just walked up to you and, I don't know, gave you a hug or said, you know, hey, you're worth it, or just something nice, would that alone have changed the way you felt?
It literally did. That is literally what happened that stopped me from carrying out my plan. It was that I couldn't find a gun. That is true. That's what caused, that's the difficulties back in the day with the assault weapons ban and the fact that I was an insane teenager who was chaotic. And that's another element to remember, is that people who are crazy and going to go kill people aren't necessarily the most logical people. And when people say that, well, they could have done it another way, maybe that way just didn't exist to that person. But I'm sorry, I kind of lost track there.
No, so you were saying that that's what happened to you. Somebody walked up to you and said you are worth it.
Yes, that's exactly what happened to me. In fact, on at least 2 occasions, I was suicidal and/or homicidal. One particular one I'll share with you. I've shared it before. I was extremely suicidal one evening, and a friend of mine, without having any idea that it was going on and what state I was in, invited me over for a party that I didn't know was existing. She had baked me a blueberry peach pie, and I got there and everybody had the pie and it was all for me, and I didn't even know it was going to be for me, and that literally saved my life that night. I wasn't going to survive that night if that hadn't happened. People reach out and sometimes they don't even know the effect they're going to have. A kind word, a hug, saying, hey, how are you? You want to come have food with me? Do you want to come watch a movie? Could literally save someone's life. When you're in the worst state and you think that no one cares, having someone actually care can make an entire world of difference.
Well, who doesn't like a blueberry peach pie?
Yeah.
Aaron Stark.
And most important thing is having that one friend who never will leave you and never leave you in your worst space.
Listen, you're worth it. You were worth it, and you're proving that you're worth it right now by coming on and sharing your story. We appreciate it, and I can't say no to a good endorsement for a blueberry peach pie. Pie is better than cake, in my opinion. On a lighter note, Aaron Stark, thank you very much for being here.